to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently. We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your
Ahmadiyah.
skin?
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyah.
oppression.
Every time open a sex game, my kick, the words, my faith, can't even only been money saves. It's like an earthquake, don't follow you out. Queen of close to hand, just get it from the back. Such enough to play easy, just a more for all.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Okay, Grand Rising, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen QueenAShakur show. I'm your host, Queen QueenAShakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get into it. Listen, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right. And also, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay. Hello, Donna, most hated bronze flat power god. It's in the house. Love her. Claudette, Nessie X. All right. Above all that drama, Christine is in the house. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Jeff ATL, Deronda, Bithia is here. All right. Let's get into it. 504 NOLA. All right. Anita Harrell is in the house. Okay, Terry Hitton, I see you. Christine, Sheila, Dragon Lily Cookie. Okay, Key Marcel. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it because we've got to talk about what Donald Trump Jr. has come out and said. Now, I want you all to pay attention. Now, they're saying this is a whole conspiracy theory, and maybe it is. But nonetheless, let's talk about it. Donald Trump Jr. reveals bizarre new conspiracy theory about why Sean Diddy Combs was arrested. Donald Trump Jr. has peddled an unfounded conspiracy theory suggesting that Sean Diddy Combs' arrest was so that celebrities who were affiliated with him would endorse his father's opponent, Kamala Harris. So Combs was arrested in September on sex trafficking, racketeering, and we know the charges. Okay. Federal prosecutors alleged that Combs and his associates threatened, abused, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, which allegedly included forcing victims into engaging in recorded sexual activities, which they referred to, or he referred to, as freak off. Okay, so with that all being said, we already know Diddy's charges and what he's been accused of and all of that. But Donald Trump thinks that this is why he was arrested, so that these people could all come out and support Kabami. Now, the former president's oldest son has claimed these celebrities are endorsing her for payment. Okay, well, I do believe that, because they did say that she, in fact, paid Beyonce $10 million to come and speak and perform, but Beyonce didn't perform. She just walked off after speaking for about 3 minutes. So I'm not sure if she gave her $10 million or not, but that's what was reported. Okay, so anyway, he says that they're endorsing her for payment, or because they were on a Diddy party list. He says, we're seeing unprecedented amounts of pay for play again. Okay, this is what he said on a podcast called Triggered on Monday night. Again, none of this is organic. It's a paid influencer operation. Know that. The celebrities aren't getting paid. The celebrities who aren't getting paid are getting probably paid in another way, because they're either on an Epstein list or a Diddy party list, or both. Now, we all saw that, how magically Diddy gets busted, and all of a sudden everyone's endorsing the Democrat, just out of nowhere, he says. Trump Jr. presented no concrete evidence to support his claim or to tie any celebrities to Combs. Further, many of the celebrities who endorsed Harris were signaling support for Biden and Democratic candidates long before Combs was arrested. For example, Taylor Swift endorsed Biden in 2020 before encouraging fans to vote for Harris this year. Beyonce, who spoke at a Harris rally last week, also endorsed the president 4 years ago. The same goes for Cardi B, Demi Lovato, Jennifer Lopez, John Legend, Madonna, and dozens of other big names. Just hours to go until voting centers closed on Election Day, National Post indicated that Harris and Trump were neck and neck. Now, with that all being said, maybe he's grasping at straws. I don't know. What do you all think? But what I find interesting is that Donald Trump Jr. is talking about these people being on a Diddy list or an Epstein list. But his father was hanging out with Diddy too, and with Epstein. So I just thought that was a bit funny that he dared to bring that up. Okay, but we're going to get into some receipts, because I have them. Some people are saying that Diddy's not even in jail. Some people are saying that Diddy's not even in jail. Now, mind you, I was telling you guys that the interagency operation that they conducted at the jail, that I felt like they were there to do something to Diddy, but somebody else says something totally opposite. They say that they were there because somebody snitched about Diddy not even being in jail. And they said that it's somebody who looks like Diddy, and that they have that person there posing, and that somebody snitched about the whole thing. So, honey, this is all getting real crazy. I don't know. Meanwhile, Perez, Hilton, and a bunch of TikTokers think that Trump is going to pardon Diddy. But I'm pretty sure that won't happen, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. Okay, so let's talk about it, because this is all nefarious. Likes up, everyone, please. Don't forget to like and share. Before we get into the receipts of it all, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Don't forget, you can purchase your 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. And also you can purchase it at Walmart.com. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance.
justice system to go. If Trump wins, he's going to abuse the criminal justice system to go after his enemies and pardon all of his friends. And when they said that, I was like, what? That's not the Trump I know. But then they made me do some research, and I looked into things. And it turns out that the last time he was president, he pardoned a ton of people.
President Trump on a pardoning spree.
Granted reprieves to Paul Manafort, Roger Stone, and Michael Flynn.
2 people convicted by Robert Mueller's prosecutors. 3 former Republican congressmen.
Junk bond king Michael Milken.
Jared Kushner's father, Charles Kushner.
Dinesh D'Souza, Sheriff Joe Arpaio, Bernard Kerik, Rod Blagojevich.
Lil Wayne and Kodak Black.
Dang! Is Diddy just sitting in jail alone right now? No wonder Trump wants to be president again so he can finish the job. And he's going to pardon Diddy. Google Diddy and Trump pictures. I dare you. They have more pictures together than I have with my own family. Seriously, I've seen these pictures. He's at every party. I don't understand it. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. What is he doing there? What's the vice? I think I have found it out. It has something to do with baby oil.
Okay, so that's one person who clearly thinks that Trump is going to pardon Diddy. Now, as it pertains to those pictures, there are absolutely a lot of pictures with Diddy and Trump. Okay. Okay. And so this is why some people think that Trump is going to pardon Diddy, because Trump and Diddy were pretty close. Please pay attention. And you all already know this because I've told you this before. But hold on.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
It's good to be with you this evening. Sean, I want to thank you because you always have a way of convening and bringing folks together.
I think we all have emotion because we have a pandemic jumping on top of multiple epidemics already in our community. And somebody needed to step up and sound the alarm. And I just want to give thanks and praise to you, brother, to have the platform that you have and to have the heart that you have. It's unbelievable that you're going to be able to, I think, maybe save a bunch of lives tonight. I've got a chance to spend time with Diddy. The passion and the love that this brother has for our survival, for our success, for our thriving, and our growth is unmatched, and we're just getting started.
Working for Diddy.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy. You know, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Is he a good guy?
I don't want to answer that
Oh,
question.
wow. I think he's a good guy. I'm going to stick up for him. Working for Diddy.
Absolutely.
I love Diddy.
Okay, so with that all being said, clearly Diddy was friends with Trump at some point, right? Now here's what Perez Hilton had to say.
If you're Diddy in jail right now, you're probably going through withdrawals, but there's one thing that gives him hope. That's Donald Trump getting reelected. If the Apprentice alum makes it into the White House, you know Diddy's gonna try every possible way to get a word with Donald Trump, or a few words with Donald Trump, repeatedly. Call him from incarceration and talk to him, plead his case. So the question is, do you think Donald Trump should pardon Diddy if he's found guilty? Seems like a no-brainer to me. Obviously not. But maybe he would pardon him, like, the day before leaving the White House a second time. Because by that point, he's got nothing to lose. But I don't think Donald Trump is going to get elected again. And also, this light makeup filter is everything. I wish I looked like this all the time. I mean, I think I like how I look.
Okay, let's continue, because a whole lot of people think that Trump's going to pardon Diddy. Hold on.
Loves Diddy. Y'all do realize that this whole Diddy case very likely goes away if Trump gets in office, right? Trump loves Diddy.
Absolutely. I love Diddy.
And if he were to pardon Diddy, or simply have the Department of Justice drop the case against him, it wouldn't even be the first time that Trump pardoned a major celebrity rap mogul. Wouldn't even be the second or third time that Trump was convinced by other celebrities to give clemency or show leniency towards rappers. If Trump gets in office, he's already said he's going to restructure the Department of Justice and fill it with loyalists and people who won't say no to controversial orders from the White House. He's already fantasizing about putting political adversaries and reporters in jail. Do you think Trump's Department of Justice is going to prioritize the Diddy case?
Oh, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. Is he a good guy?
Okay, now here's what an attorney had to say about all of it. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share.
Attorney. Can the president pardon Diddy? My name is QueenAShakur, aka G Legal, and I'm an attorney. The answer is yes, absolutely. Pursuant to the Constitution of the United States, the president has the power to pardon anyone who's been accused of, convicted of, indicted on any federal crimes, with some minor exceptions. However, I can't imagine that Joe Biden would ever pardon Diddy or Kamala Harris or even Donald Trump. It's just not the kind of thing well, you know what? We live in unprecedented times. I'm just not going to speculate. I'll just answer the question and say, yes, legally, they absolutely could. If you have any other questions or any other legal topics you want me to cover, please drop them in the comments. Again, my name is QueenAShakur.
Okay, so now let's do a survey here. One's in the chat if you think that Trump will pardon Diddy. One's in the chat. Two's if you don't think so. One's in the chat if you think Trump will, in fact, pardon Diddy. And two's if you disagree. Let's see what you all have to say before I continue with the receipts. Why does it look like my chat is stuck? Hold on. Queen, I can believe that the diddler isn't locked up, says Cookie. Honey, I don't know what to believe at this point. It is so much crazy stuff going on. Okay, so let me see what you guys are saying. Everybody's putting twos and saying no, that he won't pardon him. Okay, everybody's putting two. So nobody thinks that Trump's going to pardon Diddy. Listen, I don't think that he would pardon Diddy either. And I'll tell you why in just a second. But let's continue with these receipts. Now, here's what a lady had to say about Kabami after she was told that Kamala was friends with, or had some of these people at Diddy's parties endorsing her.
Was brought to my attention today that I want you all to think about. Someone asked if they thought that there was a connection between the people that were involved with P. Diddy and the presidential candidate, Kamala Harris. I had noticed that it seemed like all of the people that I had heard were now endorsing her or doing rallies. And so something that someone brought up, and I just wanted to ask your opinion on it. They said that maybe they were promised that they would not be implicated or anything or investigated once P. Diddy's trial or whatever got out, if they would endorse the president. If that has happened, that is major. That is major, because in this country, we do not need that kind of thing for the person that's going to be the commander in chief in our country. That is not something that looks nice for our country, and it's probably so unnecessary. But anyway, I just wanted to ask you if you thought that there was any truth to that, because I had noticed it. I think most people had noticed it. But the greater thing, a greater problem is if they have been promised that they would not have any type of legal issues if they did the endorsement or if they did the rallies. I just wanted to ask your opinion about it and see what you thought of
it. Okay. Truth Bomb says no comment. Okay, that's understandable, beloved. But let's continue.
I think at a certain point, I really like you. And I would tell you if I didn't. And by the way, I think at a certain point, everyone will.
Beautiful. We all human beings. And
now, I want to tell you guys, I saw this video a couple of times on TikTok, and I think that this is clips from different videos put together to paint a narrative. I don't think this is the actual video. I don't think this is an authentic or original video. Now, that's just my opinion, but I think that it's been edited with just different clips because I could have sworn that I saw one of the clips on a whole nother video. I could be wrong.
And a few people were saying I was this violent character, just because I was breaking people's jaws and arms. And look at me. I'm like, I'm just a passionate young man, and I made a mistake.
Well, everybody's going to get in trouble. It's a question of how do you get out of trouble? Mm-hmm. And I did it by working smart. More importantly than anything else is by using my own brain. I've done things, but I'm not in any trouble, and I'm doing well, and I'm making money.
Well, you're making the same mistakes that I am. You may just be able to hide yours a little bit better.
Perhaps not. I don't know. I don't know. See, one of the problems with politics.
Pay attention. He said, you made the same mistakes I made. You may be able to hide yours just a little bit better. Well, the problem is in America, Trump doesn't have to hide his problems a little bit better because Trump has something called white privilege that Diddy doesn't have, which would explain why Trump can be accused of things and Trump's going to the White House while Diddy went to jail. Okay, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, now let's go to Elon Musk. I think that was my next clip. Okay, here we go. Be sure to get the likes up, beloveds. Thank you in advance.
J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend. and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion. Sounds rough, man.
Well, it's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala, too.
Yeah, seriously. It's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes. It's like...
Okay. So that's what Elon had to say about J-Lo, but hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. And that's why I don't think that Kamala should have gotten J-Lo to speak for her. I just thought that was a bad idea.
It's up there at that. No, I'm not going to go another day without talking about J-Lo. She gets up there at that rally, and her whole actress, crying, snot-blowing mess, and wants to warn the American people about the dangers of not voting for Kamala. Yet she went all them years and didn't want a single soul about Diddy. That ain't gonna fly. Just ain't gonna fly. Then she gets up there afterwards for her photo opportunity with Kamala and can't even remember her name. Yo, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make it up. Yet they want us to believe that crap. Sadly, there are a lot of people who will.
Now, in case you missed it, Listen to what this man says about Jeffrey Epstein, because it sounds exactly like what Diddy was doing, allegedly doing. Okay, Diddy hasn't been convicted and he maintains his innocence. But at the end of the day, if Diddy was doing the things that he's accused of, he probably learned it from Epstein. Let's not forget that Diddy also had ties to Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein had video surveillance in all of his homes and on his private island. And there have been articles after articles from witnesses who have said he videotaped sex acts with prominent people because he was trying to incur with young girls that he had procured to try to incur favor with those prominent people and potentially to be able to blackmail them. Now, that's a fact. And the FBI and other federal agencies have raided his houses. Do you have those tapes?
Again, I can't discuss the specifics of our law enforcement operations related to Mr. Epstein or Ms. Maxwell, but obviously we had very active investigation related to both of them. But whether it extends to other people, I'm not sure that's something that
but here,
I comment on.
Okay, so I find that all very interesting. And that's why I think that the same thing that happened with the tapes and the video footage in Epstein's case is going to be the same thing that happens with any of it that they have in Diddy's case. It's never going to be shown. We're never going to hear about it or see it because a lot of prominent people are on those allegedly. Okay, on both, I do believe. And I don't think those people are ever going to be exposed. Now, mind you, Elon Musk suggests that Donald Trump is going to release the Epstein list. I don't believe that either. And one of the reasons I don't believe that is because at the end of the day, if Trump was to do that or even speak about doing it, I think that they would get rid of him. That's just what I think. Now, mind you, Trump was asked the question if he would release the tapes or release the information on Epstein, declassify that as well as a few other documents. And he said yes to all of them. But he seemed a little reluctant when it came to the ones about Epstein. And then he said he didn't know because some of the stuff wasn't actually true. Now, is that because he has something to do with the stuff or because he fears that something may happen? I don't know. But at the end of the day, what I do know is I don't think those tapes will ever get released. I don't think we're ever going to see those. Okay, so likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, this is what a lawyer for Epstein's victims had to say about Trump. Okay, please pay attention. This is a lawyer for the victims of Epstein, and this is what he said about a conversation that he had with Trump.
Can say about the only thing that I can say about President Trump is that he is the only person who in 2009, when I served a lot of subpoenas on a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them, he is the only person who picked up the phone and said, let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know, and was very helpful in the information that he gave and gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward whatsoever, but had good information that checked out and that helped us, and that we didn't have to take a deposition of him.
That was in 2009?
That was in 2009.
Okay, so Epstein's victim's attorney says that he spoke to Trump in 2009 and Trump was very forthcoming and gave him lots of information that was beneficial. Okay, I thought that was interesting. I thought that was interesting because he was so close to Epstein. But let's keep going. Likes up, everyone, please like and share.
Nobody's talking about the fact that old Kamala Harris has ties to the diddler. And his Howard parties, where a lot of AKAs attended. Maybe they're all ordering pizza again.
To be honest, quite frankly, we can't trust any of these politicians. Okay, at the end of the day, because they're all birds, same birds of different feathers, or at the end of the day, same snake, two heads. Okay, if one of them or one side of them is doing something, maybe the other side's doing it too. At the end of the day, I mean, all of these people cover for each other. That's what they do. I mean, that's just my opinion. But hold on, let's keep going.
Intensifies about Donald Trump's rumors are swirling as speculation intensifies about Donald Trump's potential involvement in Diddy's infamous white parties, events known for their exclusivity and star-studded guest lists. Sources close to the situation claim that footage shows Trump mingling with high-profile figures and possibly engaging in questionable activities alongside Diddy. Given the rapper's rumored legal troubles, the connection between the two is raising eyebrows and fueling debates. Political commentators are now questioning the nature of Trump and Diddy's friendship. Could the former president's social engagements with Diddy reflect a deeper, perhaps shadowy alliance? Critics argue that Trump's insistence on Diddy's character as a good guy might suggest more than just a casual acquaintance. Some speculate this may have implications for Trump's public image, as well as for his political standing if he decides to run again. Trump's team has yet to release an official statement beyond confirming that he and Diddy are friends, but the public wants answers. Why was Trump a guest at these parties, and what, if anything, was he involved in? As more information becomes available, these revelations could have a lasting impact on both Trump's and Diddy's reputations.
Okay, now I thought that video was interesting, what he had to say basically, but the top of that video with Trump or Diddy kissing Trump, that's AI. Okay, that's clearly not Diddy if you were paying attention. Okay, that was AI. But now the point of the matter is Trump was absolutely hanging out with Diddy, but Trump would never pardon Diddy, in my opinion. And here's why. Here is why Trump would not pardon Diddy, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you have a relationship with Trump ever? 'Cause, you know, Trump loved the hip hop community at one point. Hip hop loved him.
He would pop up at events. We respected him as a shrewd businessman. He definitely embodied the hip hop spirit, but God had different plans for him. God wanted to use him in this moment for change. He wanted to use Trump to expose the level of racism that's been hidden. To everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America, if Trump gets elected, I really do believe in my heart there'll be a race war. That's why this message is not just to black people. You know what I'm saying? This message is to everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America, if Trump gets to everybody. This man is really trying to turn us against each other and put us in a situation. America. If this man is elected, we're not standing by no more getting killed. We're not scared of anybody standing up and standing by. We're on the verge of a race war. White men like Trump need to be banished. That way of thinking is real dangerous. When you look at it, we don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Biden. I can't say I love the pick either, but hey, we got to get him in office, and then we got to hold him accountable.
Okay, so that's absolutely why I don't think that Trump would ever pardon Diddy, because Diddy turned on Trump. He also tried to downplay his friendship with Trump. Now, you all saw all of those pictures. Trump was at a myriad of parties with Diddy, supposedly. Now, Diddy did say years ago that Trump never stayed at the parties late because he didn't drink. And you heard the other guy say that Trump doesn't drink or smoke. So what were his vices? But at the end of the day, Diddy turned on Trump, and he was endorsing Joe Biden, and he was working with Kamala. So it would be safe to say that Trump would not pardon Diddy. Now, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what I absolutely think, that he would not do it. Okay, and so with that all being said, like stuff, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. And that stuff that the guy was saying about Epstein is the same exact things that Diddy has been accused of. So anyway, I think that's where Diddy likely got it from, along with possibly Clive Davis. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that Clive Davis told Diddy anything, but I'm just saying that's what I think. That's what I think. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, there was another clip that I had from Jaguar Wright that I wanted to show. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, I think this is it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share.
Rabbit hole today. I had to go down. I went all the way down. Why aren't more people talking about what she's saying? Now, hold on. I know this is controversial. Damon Dash did an interview and he said something that made me go, if Jaguar Wright is so wrong, and he wasn't justifying, I'm paraphrasing what he said. He said, why aren't these high-profile celebrities suing her for defamation?
I'm not going down with you.
I need to know, is what she's saying defamatory to these high-profile celebs? And if so, why aren't they suing? I just want to know. Because
I mean,
when you're a celebrity, your business is your branding.
I don't have that much time in the day.
Listen, I will go down.
Okay. Queen, I need those earrings. Oh, you can have them, beloved. You can have them. Thank you. Okay. Arjamond says Trump remembers slights and enemies. Exactly. Okay. And as petty as Trump is, and as much as a narcissist as he is, I don't think there's any way that he would in fact pardon Diddy. With that all being said. Another thing is there was I'll have to find that clip in a second. But hold on. I want you all to see this where MSNBC Fox reported that MSNBC was having a whole meltdown. Okay. And then we're going to talk about Jill Stein, because Jill Stein gave an exclusive interview and she talked about why Kamala lost. And I thought it was very interesting. So we're going to get into that in just a second. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Make a choice, and there are always winners and losers. Some in the liberal media felt very confident in their candidate. Others said they should have been more cautiously optimistic.
I think it's going to be a blowout, actually. I don't think it's going to be a close race. I think there are going to be those Republicans that just vote for Harris.
It'll be tied on Election Day, as always it will. The polls will be tied, and then he'll lose.
You call us trash? Oh, J.D. Vance, you just stepped up in a way that I've never seen in my political life, and I worked for Sarah Palin.
Then I would say take Harris over 270 electoral votes. Let these fools in these crypto markets do something. Let them drive the betting line into a favorable place and then take advantage of it. That's what I would do. I think she's going to win.
This month, you wrote Trump is toast. Do you stand behind that today?
Oh, even more so. After America's voters spoke, well, this.
We need to really take a step back and think about what does that say about us?
People who woke up this morning with a dream and are going to bed with a nightmare.
I'd like to know what that says about us as a country.
I'm mystified in some ways. Who are we as a country? And we're starting to find out. And from what I'm seeing right now, I'm not sure I like it.
Pete Hegseth, in focus with me now. One word comes to mind, and it's introspection. And if they don't do some, it's going to get difficult for all of us because we're here together.
No doubt. By the way, these comments are a reflex, right? If your reflex has been blame Trump and his supporters for their views, they're your problem, then that's going to be your initial instinct.
True.
The question is that next level, right? So James Carville has been warning the Democrat Party for months, for years now, hey, this woke stuff that you're peddling doesn't appeal to large constituencies who might go out and vote for Trump. So he predicted Harris, but his instinct said something else. Will he say that same thing to his party at this point? Sonny Hostin, you played that clip on The View just today, blamed directly, and this is a direct quote, uneducated white women.
Yeah.
Uneducated white women are the reason why Trump won. And one of her co-hosts actually pointed out that's the reason Trump has the support that he has, is because you keep demeaning his supporters as if they're not capable of understanding that they feel less secure. Illegals have entered their neighborhoods. Everything costs more, and they've got foreign wars they don't believe in. So I think it is a moment for introspection. We'll find out whether they're capable of it. But a lot of brains are broken right now, Harris.
Yeah,
and so they're going to say things that they may regret tomorrow.
Yeah, Joy Reid said the same thing, blaming white women. Black women, you stood in there. I don't think that we have any idea how many people who didn't want to tell their friends and neighbors that they voted for Donald Trump. Let's be gentle on the demographics there for these two women, because you're taking down an entire race of people. And it's really odd coming from the left. Or maybe not.
Well, that's the problem, is that they look at people only in group categories, right? Identity politics says if you are X, you will vote Y. And Trump showed that, no, it's not about that. What do you believe? What creator? What do you?
And how much green do you need?
Worship? All of those things matter more.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The color that matters to everybody, the color of money, paying for groceries. President-elect Trump and his supporters celebrating a historic victory, and he will deliver a strong foreign policy. Many of our allies abroad have reached out to Trump to congratulate him, which includes Ukrainian President Zelensky and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. We understand that Netanyahu was one of the first to call him. They spoke on the phone for about 20 minutes today, and the call is known to have been warm and cordial. And then Israel's leader posted this: congratulations on history's greatest comeback, exclamation point. Your historic return to the White House offers a new beginning for America and a powerful recommitment to the great alliance between Israel and America. Trump vows to end the conflict in the Middle East. Let's watch.
I will stop the chaos in the Middle East. It would have never happened again. Israel would have never been attacked on October 7th. And I will prevent World War III from happening.
Fox News voter analysis shows more people trust Trump to handle the conflict in the Middle East. Pete.
Reestablishing deterrence. That's what we want. Trump talks often about how there are no new wars started under his watch, and they were only unleashed before and after or ended disastrously. I mean, Iran is on notice. Xi Jinping is on notice. Kim Jong-un knows that ultimately he's on notice as well. So our adversary and NATO, by the way, both Russia and NATO are on notice. He said that this is over, and the alliance better step up and be capable of defending Europe. So I think the adults are back in the room. Clarity in peace through strength and what America stands for is back. We're not going to be peddling climate change to China. We're going to be talking realpolitik about what their ambitions are and what our capabilities are. And when he rebuilds the morale inside our military through recruitment and capabilities, that will be a strong signal as well. So the good guys around the world realize America's back in their corner. The enemies are recalibrating right now because they remember what Trump did. Qasem Soleimani was clear. The leader of the Taliban understood what their fate was if they messed with Americans. America is first. America is back. That means a lot of good things on the world stage.
Can you talk to me just real quickly about what's happened, though, in this alignment between North Korea and Russia? North Korea putting troops on the ground against Ukraine. I'm just curious, like there was some shifting and things going on during this campaign, and you never heard Kamala Harris talk about it. North Korea in the game matters too.
Not once, Harris. Not once. She wasn't capable of talking about it. That's the sad part. She really never had articulated a real foreign policy. This is an anti-American access brought about by weakness. What Joe Biden was capable of doing was something no one else was capable of doing, which is pushing China and Russia together. Russia then pulls buddies up to North Korea and to Iran. The BRICS countries coming together to try to suppress the dollar. They realize when the West in America is strong, communists, autocrats, dictators are weak. So they're coming together to try to counter us in a way that I don't think they know how to handle what Trump will bring to try to stop them in that approach. They know they've got a new approach coming. It's not friendly toward that new axis, but you got to realize it's real at this point.
Real quickly, because you have so much experience in the northern Midwest. We both have lived there, Minnesota, but also Wisconsin. What do you think about the blue wall right now? And we don't know how some of this is going to work out. They're still counting, but it didn't do initially what Democrats thought it would. Real quick thought on why.
No, looks like a blue drawbridge kind of, Harris. It looks like for Trump, they drop the bridge and say, come on in. These are working class people who work hard for a living and ultimately just want a fair shake. They want common sense and a fair shake. You and I both know these people, and they came out for Trump.
Well, it looks like we're going
to. Okay. Now, with that all being said, like I told you guys before, Kamala didn't connect with people. Kamala did not connect with people because she didn't answer the questions directly. And she was always talking about people who came from money or had money, even though she thought she wasn't. That's what she was doing. Okay. She was talking about people who grew up like her. Well, she didn't grow up struggling and poor. She didn't grow up having hard times and having to be on welfare. She didn't grow up that way. And so having to be on government assistance or any of those things. And so she didn't connect with the people that do. Okay. And that did. Now that's just my 2 cents. With that all being said, let's continue with some more clips from Jaguar. Okay. Likes up. Everyone, please like and share. Here we go.
We get to the point where I would sympathize.
Okay, now I'm going to put overlays on some of this stuff. I'm going to put overlays on some of this because I don't have permission to use it, even though it's a TikTok.
I would point where I would sympathize with Donald Trump. Damn. But Trump really has my sympathy right now because for the first time, he really is telling the truth and nobody's listening.
Jag, you speak things to existence and you know what's coming most of the time, right? Like we know that. You've been on record saying about Diddy and all this stuff. Like you just know what's going to happen. Who wins the election? What do you think?
In my honest opinion, it has to be Trump. It has to be. Because if we vote D and C, we're voting for liars. It's just that simple. The DNC is lying. Like, this shit ain't cute. This shit ain't cute, bro. The world is looking at us and they're laughing. And no disrespect. Did Jasmine Crockett handle up on Marjorie Taylor Greene? Yes, she did.
She did?
But she sat there and she tried to validate a woman that she knows is not black. Joe Brown been talking cash money bullshit and nobody's put a gag order on him. Nobody's hit him with a cease and desist and nobody's threatening him with defamation, which means only one thing. He ain't lying. So if he's not lying about her, why do we want her to be president? All they're going to do is use everything about her against us. She's too busy f***ing everyone in the cabinet to run your country. That'll be the first thing they say. They'll attack her sexuality. Well, who do you got over there, Montel? Like, why do we want that? You want the black vote. You want the female vote. You want to inflame and enrage. Please vote for Kamala so the next time my daddy rapes me, I can get an abortion fast. I'm sorry, we're voting for that.
Michelle and Obama endorses. Biden endorses.
Yeah, well, Michelle, because she should have just ran. Like, we need to vote for people that want the truth in this country. It's just that simple. If we want this country to be better, if we want it to get better, then we need to start voting for the truth. And what I can tell you this, for sure, I'm sorry. I don't think that Kamala Harris is an honest person.
Yeah, we will not be gaslighted.
I just don't think she's an honest person. I think if she really wanted to run on merit, she would stop pretending to be an African American and asking African Americans to pick her up and to carry her across the finish line when I already know a year from now, if she makes it, she's going to disappoint us and we're all going to be talking about her like shit. But then again, that's what they want us to do.
Yeah, she comes out to Beyonce's Freedom. Freedom. And we're supposed to, fist in the air.
She's asking for freedom from Tutsi, not freedom from tyranny. The simple fact that you find anything in common with a witch, with a woman who was charged in court with practicing extreme witchcraft. That's your theme music? That crazy. Then you bring another crazy bitch that we ain't even sure is all big to twerk in a half top. Twerk for America.
All right, so you all heard what Jaguar said, honey. Please pay attention. This is all getting real nefarious real quick. Okay, but let's keep going, honey. Don't stop now.
With I don't think Trump's involved with any of this Schluminati business. I think that's the reason why they really don't want him to get in office, because he's probably going to throw all of them in jail. You know, thank you.
Okay, so you all heard that Jaguar doesn't think that Trump had anything to do with any of this stuff. I don't know if he did or not. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't know if he did or not. But I think one thing's for sure: the truth always eventually comes out. Likes up, everyone, please. A like and share.
Correct. I like Jaguar right. She's correct. Why do people want to say she's not correct? She's correct. She's 100% correct. What I know, going back before Jason was born, from when I worked at the shelters, these celebrities go after people. Politicians go after people. All of these people go after children.
Now, for the people that think that Jaguar doesn't know what she's talking about, Sloan Bella just, basically said that she thinks that Jaguar's telling the truth. Okay? She said she thinks that Jaguar's telling the truth. Okay? And so with that all been said, let's go to Angela Staten King. Now, those of you who don't know, Angela Staten King was pardoned by Donald Trump. And here's what she has to say about Kabami. Please pay attention.
Because she black. She didn't stop telling me I gotta choose this lady because she.
Hold on, let me put an overlay on here because this is Comedy Hype's material, even though it's a TikTok.
Black. She didn't choose black when she was ready to marry and procreate. Why the fuck I gotta choose black?
She went to HBCU. Come on now.
Man, white people go to HBCUs.
Not like that. Come on, man.
Listen,
Come on.
If having a black family is not of importance to you, then I'm not going to believe that you're going to go in the White House and make the black family an importance to you in the White House. If it's not important to you to have a black husband or to have black children, why am I running on you black?
And Trump ain't got no blacks around him.
Right.
Exactly. What, he gonna go in the White House and do something for blacks?
Listen.
Because it's Trump?
Listen.
That nigga don't see
I trust him more than I trust her. He know he white.
The fuck?
He know who he is.
Oh, so you want to dance with the devil?
Kamala don't know whether she white, black, or Asian.
She's black. She mentioned it many times.
Well, she ain't married black and she ain't got no black
because
kids.
You ain't married black, I mean you ain't black.
No, that mean a lot. That tells me about your preference and that tells me about your choices.
Sidney Poitier married a white woman.
Listen, Sidney Poitier ain't sitting up here telling me to vote for him because he black.
Is he black?
He not telling me to vote for him because he black. I'm not voting for you just because you're black, especially when you are married white.
You better learn. You better learn how to support black folks.
Man, please. I do, but you got to support black people back. I want to support. I can't support a black woman with a black husband and some black children.
Oh, you're right. But you're supporting a white man who has no black.
I mean, she married to a white man. I've never been with a white man in my life.
You ain't missing out.
She married to a white man.
I don't know, but
I mean, she sleep with a white man. She answered to a white man. What's the difference between her and me? The only thing is, I'm not sleeping with him.
Oh.
I go to work. I advocate. I get shit done. I don't have to. I ain't never had a pink penis in my mouth.
How you know she work? Man, you work for the white man. Okay, you work for the white man.
I can work for him.
Tap in.
I don't sleep with him though.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna we got to turn this off.
She was clearly getting on Pierre's nerves. Okay, he didn't want to hear any of it. Okay, please pay attention. At the end of the day. So now let's go to the clip of this guy saying that Diddy is not even in prison or jail, okay? He's saying Diddy is not even in that jail. Now, I don't know if it's true. Now, I'm going to have to fast forward some of it because they're playing music at the beginning. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, I had to fast forward it, like I said, because he was playing that song by Sam Smith in the background. Okay, and I don't need any copyright issues.
Whether the barber was lying or not, it's pretty intense to lie about some.
Hold on, let me go back just a little bit.
Whether the barber was lying or not, it's pretty intense to lie about some shit like that. But he said once again that his friend that was in the Bureau prison, right, the MDC in Brooklyn, he said that when they will walk or anything revolving Diddy, the guy that is in there is not Diddy, but they use his body as the entity to say it's Diddy. Diddy is not in the MDC Federal Bureau prison. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I don't give a fuck. But what a coincidence right now. If you go on the news, they're saying that the MDC Federal Bureau prison is being raided by the FBI. And their excuses are due to violence or corruption. No, it's because Diddy is not there. That's some real New York shit, son. It's crazy. There you go. My motherfucking nigga Diddy, no matter what the fuck you going through, you just always find a way to get out of it, huh, homie? Crazy. Exclusive one-on-one. Banger.
Okay, so you all heard that. What do you guys think? This guy is saying that he was told that Diddy is not in jail. Okay, we've never seen Diddy's mugshot, but you know the feds don't always release mugshots. But could it be this guy here? Could it be that guy that's in jail? I mean, because he looks like Diddy, but if you really look, we know that's not Diddy. Diddy has a mole under his eye. Okay. At the end of the day, Diddy has a different nose. So I don't know, honey. They're saying Diddy is not even in jail. What's really going on here? Okay, Arjumant said he could be in witness protection. You know, that's a thought. He could be. This is all so crazy. This is all so crazy. So I don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say he is in jail or he isn't. I hope that he is, because that's where he belongs, clearly. Okay, but now let's talk about why Dr. Jill Stein says that Kamala, in fact, lost the election. Okay, Democrats pleaded with Green Party candidate Jill Stein to stand down. They wanted her to drop out of the race, arguing that she would draw crucial votes, undermining President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. She refused. And she told Newsweek on Wednesday that Harris only has herself to blame. The same thing I said. She has nobody. She's her own worst enemy as far as I'm concerned. She said that Harris only has herself to blame for losing. She lost the Muslim vote in Michigan, and that the Democratic Party has lost its credibility. Yeah, everybody's now seeing, or at least those of us who are smart, are seeing that the Democratic Party, they're nothing but a party of liars and con artists and people who spew and spread propagandist material. Okay, that's just my opinion. Now, so anyway, goes on to say, Jill Stein rejects the suggestion that she helped President-elect Donald Trump win Michigan and elsewhere. She says Harris lost those votes to start with. In many ways, we were the competitors to Trump, she says. Now, the Green candidate said that she was proud of her party's performance in Dearborn and large parts of Michigan as well. Biden won in Dearborn by a 3-2 margin in 2020, but Trump took 47% this time around, with Harris at 28% and Jill Stein at 22%. She hailed the results as affirming and uplifting and claimed voter suppression from the Democrat war room meant that her party's share of the votes across the country were not larger. Okay, so Jill Stein says the Democrats were suppressing her, and I absolutely agree with her if that's the case, because here's the thing. We do know that they sued to get her off the ballots, and just like they sued to get Dr. Shiva off, okay, at the end of the day. So because they felt like these were going to take away votes from Kamala. So we won 22% of the vote in Dearborn, and that feels great, she says. There is a real movement here in Dearborn. It feels like a real alliance with the Muslim American community, and we will continue to build on that. And, you know, the Muslim community likely fell out with Kabami when she put out those 2 separate ads that I told you all about. She had one acting so she's trying to help them, and then another acting so she's trying to help Israel. And I don't know how she didn't think that that was going to, you know, be exposed. I don't know. Like I told you, her campaign or her strategist was terrible. Okay, it seems like they were telling her all the wrong things or just letting her do all the wrong things without advising her otherwise. Now, she says, when asked if she would run again in 2028, Stein said, not if I can help it. Okay, however, Stein, who replaced Israel's war, or who placed Israel's war with Hamas and Hezbollah front and center during her campaign, said she will continue to fight for peace in the Middle East. She says the genocide isn't going away. There is a need for an opposition party. Okay, and then she says that her goal is to stop a genocide, and when your goal is to stop a genocide, you have to keep going. She says Donald Trump is likely to disappoint his supporters. Bibi Netanyahu has no intention of laying down arms. There is no peace at hand. So she's saying that Trump's not going to be able to stop this war, and people are going to be disappointed. She said Donald Trump has no clue as to the drivers of the conflict there. Okay, this conflict is not settling down. Trump has shown no understanding of engaging in diplomacy. She says it's terrifying. She said that the Green Party will position itself as a party of opposition to Trump. Trump's victory underscores the Democrats, and they're not an opposition party. They presented themselves as the lesser of 2 evils. Okay, the neocons. This is what she says. They presented themselves as the lesser of evil of the neocons. If there is no progressive alternative, people will resort to right-wing populism. Now, as for the future of the Democrats, she says she does not see them coming back. She says the Democrats have really lost credibility. They are seen as bought and paid for. Their primaries are rigged. Power is down top. This is what she says. Now, the Democrats betrayed their base. I don't see them coming back. The economic disparities are real. People are tired of the Democrats. They need to move over and allow a proper opposition. Well, I don't see any lies detected. She makes a whole lot of sense. And you see, this is why I prefer Dr. Jill Stein over Trump or Kamala. Okay, this is why I preferred her over Trump or Kamala, because at the end of the day, she makes the most sense. And if I had known about her prior to knowing Dr. Shiva, I would have preferred her over Dr. Shiva immediately. Okay, because for one, she seems very authentic. You don't get this arrogance from her that you get from Dr. Shiva. But at the end of the day, she also was for reparations for the descendants of slaves. Okay, and that's what she was for. Okay, TC Dan said, I would have loved Jill Stein or Marianne Williamson. Well, you know, I like Marianne Williamson, okay, but she did throw, what's his name? What is that guy's name? I actually interviewed him. Marcel Dixon, isn't that him? She did throw him out of one of her conferences. Okay, and I think she threw him out. I can't remember why she threw him out, but he asked her a certain question or whatever, and she threw him out. So that made me look at her with a whole side eye. But prior to that, I did like Marianne Williamson because I like some of her poetry, specifically Our Greatest Fear, that song, or Our Deepest Fear, that poem. So anyway, that was in the movie Coach Carter, for those of you who don't know. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, Rashid says, blink twice if you're not buying the narrative and mind control. Okay, exactly, beloved. One bird, 2 wings. Exactly. See, that's what I've been telling you guys. Jill Stein is absolutely right. They're no longer the opposition. They're just acting like they're the lesser of 2 evils. But really, what have I been telling you all? It's the same birds, different feathers, same snake, 2 heads. At the end of the day, I also told you months ago and have told you repetitively that the Democrats and the Republicans have the same ultimate goal, in my opinion. They just have 2 different ways of going about it. Okay, that's just what I think. Christine says she liked Jill Stein also. Exactly. So, you know, Arjumon says Mary Ann Williamson has no real experience. No, she doesn't. She's always been a spiritualist. Okay, she's like a spiritual teacher or advisor to the stars. That's what she basically is. So with that all being said, it's safe to say that Trump will not be pardoning Diddy. That's not going to happen. I don't see it happening. I know people think so, but if you heard what Diddy said about Trump, and we know how Trump is, he's a whole narcissist. And one thing that he doesn't like is people saying anything about him that's negative. Okay, we know that he's vengeful. And that's why Kabami kept saying, oh, if he gets in office, he's going to seek revenge on his opponents. Well, of course he is. He's already said that and made it abundantly clear. Okay, he's already said that, so absolutely he will. Fat Boo says, Kamala has no compassion. MK Ultra is real. I don't think she has any compassion either. I don't see it. I think she's really fake. And that should be obvious to everyone by the fact that she wouldn't answer certain questions and that she put out those two separate ads painting two different narratives, okay, at the end of the day. And like I told you all before, pretty much, I've told you all that no matter who gets in office, whether it's Trump or Kabami, that we're going to be screwed either way. Okay, we're going to be screwed either way. Because at the end of the day, hey, OG Patrice, beloved. Rasheed says, who killed Tyrone? I don't know what you're talking about. Who's Tyrone, beloved? Okay, is that an inside joke? Eric says he will seek revenge. He will seek revenge. Weak, inferior old man. TC Dan says, I like that Mary Ann is critical of the Dem party. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for your insight into the topic, beloved, and your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, the classic one says, Diddy would have to really apologize to Trump if he wants to be pardoned. Honey, he can apologize all he wants. After the stuff he said, Trump's definitely not going to pardon him. Okay, that's not going to ever happen. That is absolutely not going to ever happen. Okay? And even if Kamala was in office, I don't think Kamala would ever have pardoned Diddy. Okay, I don't think Kamala would ever have done it. So anyway, Fat Boo said, yeah, since LOL, who is Tyrone? Okay. So anyway, with that all being said, I'm about to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Terry Hen said, yes, Marcel. Yeah, she kicked Marcel out of there. She sure did. Sunset Night says, Chunky said he didn't like Diddy after what came out in the media, as if he is any better. Who's Chunky? Trump going after all his enemies, rivals. Exactly. Trump is going to get that back. Oh, Rasheed said, yes, love. They cloned Tyrone. Okay. Okay, now I get it. Okay, thanks, beloved. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, listen. Rose says this is about Jamie Foxx in a movie about clones Tyrone. Yeah, I got it now. Okay, Diddy case is too big and they're all a part of it. I absolutely believe that there's a lot of these politicians who had something to do with it. Billionaires always have their doppelganger. Yeah, so anyway, honey, I don't know if Diddy's in jail or not. I mean, this is all very interesting. At the end of the day, the thing that makes me really curious about it now is the fact that they had the interagency operation with the feds going into that jail. Because one thing that I did know that I still believe, okay, I can't say that I know, but one thing that I definitely believe is that whatever the feds went there for, it damn sure wasn't, in my opinion, for them to find out about drug smuggling or inmates dying. Okay, because that's been reported for years. Another thing is, I forgot to tell you all that someone told me, actually the insider that was giving me information about Diddy, basically he said that whole thing where they reported that the jail was in such poor conditions and that they had rats and maggots in the food, he said that's all BS. He said that is all BS, that is not how that is, and that they were just saying that basically to make it seem like Diddy's just living in such poor conditions. But he said that's not even true. I don't know, I've never been there, but I'm just telling you what the insider said. He said that is not even true. How they try to act as though it was such harsh conditions, maggots and all that stuff. He said that's absolutely not true. And you know what makes me believe that? It's because Diddy, when he talked to his kids on that phone call the other day for his birthday, he was in very good spirits. Now, who is in such good spirits if you're sitting in jail? Diddy wasn't in very good spirits. I'm sure he was glad to hear from his children, but is Diddy really in jail? Now I have questions. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if he is in there, he's clearly it's not suffering. Okay, if he is in there, he clearly is not suffering just from listening to the sound of his voice on that video. Okay, so TC Dan said it's all a mess. Okay. Okay, much love to you too, Rashid. Red Wine Entertainment says, I believe they're all acting. They could be. Reppin says he had to be strong for them, just saying. No, that's true too, beloved. You make a good point. Okay, Hellboy says, Queen, if Michelle Obama was the Democratic nominee, do you think she would have won? Oh, yes, I do think so. I do think so, and I don't know why she didn't run. Quite frankly, I think that if Michelle was running against Trump rather than Kamala, Michelle would absolutely have won. And here's why. And I'm glad you brought that up. Here's why. Because Michelle is a lot more intellectual. She has charisma, just like Obama. She has swag. Okay, she has very good talking points. And she will answer questions, whether they're difficult or not. She answers questions. Now, with that all being said, everything that Michelle is, Kamala is not, as far as I'm concerned. And I think that's why she lost. I'm Rifle Crisis Queen. Did you hear that Bill Gates is involved in Arizona elections? No, I hadn't heard that, beloved. I had not heard that. Jeff ATL said, I'm glad Michael didn't run. Oh, not Michael. Not Michael. Y'all don't really think Michelle is a man, do you? I'm sorry. Michelle is not a man. Okay, Terry said, real life entertainment. Michelle didn't want that political life. No, Michelle is a trans. Hold on. She's a trans. The Obamas are. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. The Obamas are way too compromised. Too much info. I don't believe Michelle is trans. I just don't. Haven't you all seen those pictures of her when she was a little girl? You all seen her when she was a little girl, right? I'm Rifle Crisis. I don't know, Queen. I have questions about Michelle. They're calling her Big Mike online. I know they're calling her that. And I know that Obama also called her Michael twice by mistake. I don't know. I mean, all the world's a stage. Okay? All the world's a stage. Now, just because I believe something or just because you all believe something doesn't mean that any of it's true. Okay? I don't know. Love Her said edited photos. So you don't think that was really her when she was a little girl? Okay, I think it is. I don't know. Most hated bronze flat pearl God says she's a transmission. I'm Rifle Christ says, yeah, but Kamala has pictures with the help claiming that's her family. Yeah, that's true. That is true. OG Patrice says, that's true. Bill Gates is involved with Arizona's elections. He's buying up all the land there. Interesting. Very interesting. Gemini 605 said Joan Rivers started the rumor. Yeah, she actually did. And then she turned up dead, which made a lot of people even more suspicious. Okay. So anyway, with that all been said, Christy One Love says, I think so too, Queen. You think so? Isn't French president a transfer? Pure Black S. I have no idea, honey. I do not know anything about that man. Okay. Sorry. Like Kiki Palmer said, sorry for that man. I don't know that man. Okay. Please pay attention. Okay, so anyway, now y'all are just going too far and doing too much. I'm about to get up out of here. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share it. Listen. At the end of the day, there's a whole lot of conspiracy theories going around. There's a whole lot of AI technology. There's a whole lot of deep fakes and all kinds of stuff. So we have to be very careful of what we believe or what we, about what we believe. Because the thing is, with all of this stuff going on now, it's very hard sometimes in certain cases to actually distinguish the truth from lies, facts from fiction. Okay? It's very hard to distinguish. I mean, they have a lot of deep fake stuff they're putting out here. Just like that video I showed you all of Trump and Diddy. Now, the picture with Diddy kissing Trump on the cheek, that's absolutely AI. Okay, I could tell that was AI. the video with Trump and Diddy sitting down and Diddy talking about him breaking people's arms or whatever, I think that is edited clips, not AI, but edited clips put together. Okay, that's just my opinion. So anyway, one more comment, then I'm out of here. All Hell No says, I need proof now. Somebody leak the footage of Michelle Tucking, please. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, with that all been said, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you for tuning in once again. Okay, enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got